We're back after a short break. We're on to the, what is it, the F21T Hellion, apparently, is the next one, which is Mechas. Oh wait, is this your tournament entry? Am I in the right thing?
So, like, to me, you're about to find out.
This is very familiar looking. We've seen this.
Oh, I love this thing. This thing had made me so scared when I first saw it.
I like the way it does sort of
Ooh.
it feels like it's always a little bit tail heavy. The way it maneuvers. I don't know if that's just because of how From the Depths decides to steer it, but yeah, it turns.
Which makes me think
fast.
Scarlet Dawn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's what you're going for, but definitely Scarlet Dawn.
Have we still got? We've lost Mecha at some point. Actually, was he in briefly, or am I thinking of someone else?
Well, you might be thinking of M3Ds. I somehow I get those two mixed up.
Right, maybe, but yeah.
Not bad M3Ds.
Of course, we've said this one in the tournament, but we know. I won't spend too long on this one because we said it, but yeah, we know this one's a nasty piece of work. It is fast, it turns fast, it's got some pretty good guns and weaponry. Bird.
Ooh, Daka.
The only thing I would say with it is it does tend to drop a little bit. I think this one was pushing the altitude limits a little bit, if I remember correctly, in one of the previous matches. Although everyone gets that occasionally. What's next? Try and get through the, don't want to rush them too much, but we'll try and get through the subscriber cross and get to the actual tournament, shall we? Tanks Cerberus. We saw the Demios before, way back in the last tournament. Oh my god. Well, that's a look, isn't it?
Oh. Very.
I should note this is meant to be
rhubarb.
grey in the picture.
Might want to turn off your fleet colors now.
Yeah, how do we just turn them off? It doesn't overwrite them if I load one of these, does it?
No.
There we go. Yeah, that's a lot more like what it's supposed to look like. I think it's a lighter grey normally, but that's pretty good.
Steel Striders called. They want their tier back.
Yeah.
Yeah, mini tier. I think that's right, actually. Yeah, with the triple stacks at the front, we've got a little bit of AA on the side. Not a lot of, at least immediately visible armament. We've got some kind of laser turret on the back here. Spinning smokestack.
Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't notice.
Counter
Is that
rotating.
counter rotating?
Yeah,
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Good, so I'm not going crazy after all.
some kind of secondary.
No more than
I'll be
normal,
right
anyway.
back. I need
Black
I'll be
gun.
right back. I need to go take out the trash.
You good?
No problem. Yeah, no, we're just sort of rolling in and out as people show up, so it's fine. Quick test on this one.
Obligatory
Big boom.
targeting barge.
Yeah. Lots of EMP, my fave.
What kind of missiles were those?
This sort.
Those look like heat.
Yeah, I think that's the. Yeah.
Remote guidance.
Yep, there we are.
Boom.
Yellow fragments. Heat.
They are reasonably powerful ones, if apparently struggling a little bit to get on lock. I wonder if this is meant to perhaps engage a little bit further back than that. Is this something? This looks like it.
Probably.
Right up on it.
This kind of looks like it ought to be hiding something, but no.
Just hollow space. She does list a little bit, doesn't she?
Yeah, drifting. Side thrusters, as I say.
Yeah, it's unbalanced. The turning props, I think.
I wonder if anyone's done the Stormworks active stabilizer and From the Depths, where you have an actual like lead block on. I guess it'd be pistons in this to like move
Yes.
and stabilize the craft.
Yeah, there's a couple
yeah.
people who have done gyroscopic stabilization. God, my brain.
The guy who does World War Neater, he does a lot of that with breadboard.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Fair enough.
World War Neater, and also U.S. Navy versus Neater is another really good one.
vaguely remember that one. Was that a series more than a campaign, that one?
So far I think it's only like 8 parts long, but the guy basically builds like scale models of active U.S. Air Force and Navy craft and is putting them up through the Neater campaign. And the builds are great, like they're beautiful. It's so
It's
good.
a same guy who did a lot of the ships in what was it? Finest Hour.
So next up
Is it?
Yes.
is...
J-Dog.
That explains a lot. That explains so
J-Dog's
much.
a fantastic builder.
He is. I mean, oh my god. They look.
I've been playing
they
this
look-
since 2014, and I was learning. No, 2015, and I was still learning stuff from him. If that tells you anything at all.
So next up
Checked
is
out. I mean, it shows.
Cringe's... What is this? KAA Dictator. This is a little IS-2 looking thing that he was showing off a little while back.
It does
Yeah,
have a little bit of an
IS-2 and
vibe, doesn't
2/3, as he's put it. It's like an IS-2, but squished. Like from the sides, like crushed inwards a little bit.
it? And it's a little elongated too.
It's got a shard cannon of all things.
You know, I used shard cannons for a while.
Are they any good? I've never used them. I remember
They
getting
are-
excited by them because they were for that other project that Nick was working on and then never went anywhere as far as I'm aware, but
Yeah, they were.
I don't know whether that's still a thing
they
or...
came from a different IP that he wanted to work with.
Yeah.
They are modestly good as volume efficient CWIS. So you can stick 3 of them on a turret and they can kill some cram shots before they get into you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're accurate, fast, and deal full damage to the
Okay, so they don't fire a lot, but they're high damage, that kind of thing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, you don't see them much. They do look quite nice. I love the animation. It's just a shame that they're kind of a weird, oddball one. It's got a bit of a what's the technical term for these? Cope cage, I think. I've heard for them, or slat armor.
Yeah. To try to intercept heat shells to get them to pop before they get to the turret.
and
Yeah.
RPGs and things. Yeah. Nice attention to detail, and then he's got probably the much more effective countermeasure to that on the other side. Oh no, these are Seeker. Okay, these are actually These are actually aggressive. They're not defensive.
Yes.
Okay. I like the grill with the engine beneath it that he's actually camoed part of. Yeah, it's a nice looking little tank. I don't have a great opponent for this because we're on the C campaign. What is next? We're nearly through them. Like I said, I try to get through these a little quicker, and then we can get to the campaign. Kevin. Kevin
he submitted one.
The Wise Widow V2. The sci-fi looking thing he showed us. Oh, this is one that's going to look nice in any color scheme, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Although this is not the best one. Let's try. Well, it's red in the image. Let's try Scarlet Dawn. Yeah, there we go. Is that
close enough?
Did the AI say? Oh, I thought the AI said something about we've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
That'd be funny.
I genuinely thought it said that for a minute.
I think that's Mephistopheles' thing.
Fair enough. But yeah, I noticed it's idling on the spot pretty much, which is interesting. Oh, it's drifting down.
Yeah, just kind of every once in a while, a little bit of thrust kicks in.
What kind of AI is this? He's changed. The fact he's even done this with the AI is kind of unusual in and of itself. Oh, VTOL. Thrust vector.
Is this an aircraft or an aerospace craft?
It looks like it could be an aerospace out of BattleTech, I will give you that. It's got the lifting body on
The
it.
depth doesn't really differentiate.
This is also true.
Is it a spaceship? Is it an airship? Who knows?
Yeah.
It'll work in both.
It can. Oh boy, it's quick. That's a bit Omega Nightmare. Just throws the missiles out in all directions and.
At
Oh, is
200
this the
meters a
Kevin
second
craft now?
easy. That's
Kevin's
fast.
aircraft. Yeah, this is matching the Mark IV for speed. I reckon it's quick and it turns very quick. Although it is
it probably has breadboarded vectored thrust. I bet.
he did say thrust vectored. It turns.
Looks like it just tried to circle at a distance and drop missiles.
And weeble around a
Yeah.
bit to make it harder to hit.
Slow charge laser might do the trick.
Oh, I mean, lasers are hit scan. They're pretty much, as far as I could tell, they're probably the best AA because it's just You can try to evade, but
Better EMP pack, yeah.
it's like, yeah, actually, yeah, that would do it too. Yeah, just munch all those nice.
I see a lot of
vulnerable
people
spots.
make fighters with packs here lately.
It can be fun.
Ooh.
It can be fun.
Packs on
Did
a
you
fighter?
see
That
Okay,
sounds like an iffy combination to me, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
Bungalow Bill did a Thopter with
The
packs.
Ornithopter, yeah.
Yes, that thing was cool.
Oh, like flapping
Whatever
wings,
happened
kind
to
of.
him?
Just like a
I don't know,
YouTuber
he
that's
hasn't
been
uploaded in a while, has he?
absent, kind of thing.
Long while.
There's this other person I've been liked watching. He also made like another Thopter. I need to find him. Really exploded in terms of from the depths YouTube just in a couple of days for like a week.
Oh, is it the he's had like a series of insectoid, like purple and yellow?
No, Kipalo. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you're right on the way it moves. At any rate, it's just orbiting at a couple of kilometers out, or whatever, and yeah, and he's killed it. Too surprised on that one. Yeah, another nice one from Kevin. I think that one.
Kevin's stuff is always very cool.
Clash. I think Clash literally submitted his Vulture T. I think this is the one from the tournament again. It still doesn't have a chair on it, so you still can't actually get an easy look at it. Yeah, this is the Vulture T from the tournament, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, not too
I
much to
do
say.
like it.
It is a nice design. It still reminds me a bit of that Russian SU 50 something, 57. I'm not sure. The stealth one that they've got a few of anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of that staggered wing like delta. But yeah, not too much to say on that one. We've seen it in action. We'll be seeing it again later today, so I won't go too in depth on that one. Next up is Mecha. I think Mecha has made one of those like DARPA like robot mule type things. By the look of this,
Mule.
it's the Pack Mule Cargo Walker.
Oh, it's a walker. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's
yeah.
totally one of those DARPA. I'm gonna catch this one just before it hits the ground and then drop it the little ways just in case.
The feet are immune to collision.
Alright. The more because I don't trust from the depths is collisions in general. There you go, little guy. You going in circles?
I think so.
He does look like
Oh,
he has a
it's
hatch
so
in the front.
cute.
I know what it reminds me a little bit of.
That's-
If it had some, whoops.
Oh my god.
If it had some
That is some
turrets,
solid breadboard work.
It's like a pug frog.
it would look a bit like. Did any of you guys ever see Thunderbirds? Was that on when you guys were
No.
watching TV? Oh, it's old puppet like show about like a group that will go around like rescuing people. There's a military. I think it's US military actually vehicle called the Sidewinder in one episode that's a bit like this, like a big walker with two sort of like crab like arms on
I
it.
think
remember
Power
that
Rangers with marionettes.
It does remind me a bit of that. Is there going to be a
Find a hole over a smouldering waste dump. It'll be fine.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, it fell through the sort of crust in the desert and caught fire, which
No,
is
it's
ends up in the fire
it
pit, doesn't
was
it?
it was an old like burial dump, you know, like household waste and stuff.
Yeah, and it was like,
And a smouldering fire set off in it, and that's been slowly burning away under the ground, unnoticed for years.
and it got
Until the
covered
Sidewinder
over.
came along and stepped on top of it.
Yeah, it goes straight through.
Yep,
Yeah, because
straight
they have to
through.
try and like winch it out again
Into a
later.
very hot pit full of fire.
Yes, which has now got extra air into it and has reignited, of course. So
Yeah, so fun time for everyone, really.
yeah,
It sounds like it would be.
look at this guy go. Well, he sure is walking. Some say he will walk forever if you let him. I say we're on to the last one of the day, which is Sam's Martin B10. I think this is based on a real plane, right? Yeah, replica of a Martin B10. Come on, I know he's in here somewhere. There we go.
Yeah, I first saw that on War Thunder, but it's pretty cool.
This is a little two-engine... I don't know, bomber? Light bomber?
Yeah. I believe
Yeah.
it can have a 2,000-pound bomb and a couple of 500s.
He appears to have loaded his with a bunch of medium missiles, but I suppose there's no real equivalent for proper gauged bombs unless you've got that old APS bomb mod. But I say that's a fairly fair equivalent of. We've got some turrets. Yeah, it looks like they've limited the firing arcs. That's got a front turret. They don't do that I suppose you get chin turrets. They don't normally put them on the top, do they? That's a little bit unusual.
Yeah, they usually put them on the bottom, right?
I guess for visibility for the pilots, and I'm not in the way of that, but I suppose if it's all glass, it wouldn't be too awful. Very unusual. Anyway, it's cute. The shape's right. Some deco wouldn't hurt, but again, shape's pretty good.
Pretty good. I like the just all the medium missile payload. That's really good. I'm always a fan of big Alpha Strike craft like that.
Do you like the way they drop outwards as well in sync? Yeah.
Honestly, it's quite small compared to a lot of medium, large bombers.
Yeah, how's that size up to the ones we've been building?
Oh, I think this one's almost the same size as yours. Maybe just a little bit bigger.
There's the light bomber from Finest Hour.
Oh, it's a little smaller.
Yeah, it's a little... Yeah, it's just a bit smaller in all dimensions. The wings are a bit wider, the tail's a little bit bigger and everything.
Honestly, this thing reminds me of I don't know why, a Japanese plane.
Oh, yeah, I know the sort you mean. And of course we have the larger one with the medium bomb. I haven't looked at the Finest Hour stuff for ages. This is quite a bit bigger. But... Crack, I've come a long way in aircraft if I've gone from this to the biplane from earlier. Even this isn't too awful compared to my old stuff.
The cab looks a bit funky, but...
Yes, it's a brick. Brick, but it was
like the gull wings.
reasonably tough. Right, I think
There's
we're on.
nothing wrong with building a brick in a game based on blocks.
I think we're on to the tournament. I need to bring up the old.
Could probably come to it eventually.
I need to bring the wheel. I don't even know if you guys can see it because I think the stream is set from the depths. If I put that there, can you actually see it?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. I'll just have set right. So wheel spin. So what I'm thinking for this will be that there is a target aircraft. I'll show you guys in case some of you weren't there when we first showed it off. Ah, excellent.
Did you get to review the thing I sent you?
The which one?
The retrofit?
Let me have a look. Oh, the Harpy retrofit.
Yeah.
I have not. If you throw that, I don't want to be too awkward. Can you throw that one up in the subscriber cross, and I'll add it to the next lot. Oh, it's in there. It's in there already. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll cover that with next one, because I wanna get on a bit.
It scares me a lot, but it is very cool.
So the idea for this round will be it'll be a bit like the one before. There will be a target which I have got here. For those who haven't seen it earlier, this is a modified version of the Macross. As you might notice from the speedometer, it is quick.
Yes.
Big legs.
Yes.
Look, try and hit that with a missile.
I strip the guns out and replace them with an extra pair of thrusters. Basically, it's unarmed, but it is very fast. The cockpit's reinforced as well. No more glass.
Is it above the volume limit?
Yeah, because this is a target drone, effectively. So what the idea will be is we'll have two teams. I'm going to say 3 aircraft each. It'll be the same aircraft. It'll be the 2v2 as normal. This will also be here. The first team to shoot down the target drone will win. Or if there's one plane left and they clearly can't hit it, then it'll just go to their team anyway. That's how we're going to do this one.
Man, now I wish I had kept the TIE Fighter design and I had a single large thump missile that was super agile and went like 250 meters a second.
It's still
It's like
there.
20.
It'll be the one we want. To add an extra teammate. Extra team 3 will be the actually target drone. I'm going to spawn this one a little bit higher up, so it's a little bit out of the way. That should be right, and I'm going to save. It says Itano target in case something goes wrong, because that has happened a fair bit on this in the background. I usually cut it out when it happens, but so let's see who's going to be up first.
So random teams then, the wheel's gonna decide?
Yeah, the wheel decides as usual.
The wheel has not been kind to me.
It will be Mew. On Team 1, there'll be 3. I'm gonna say you're gonna get 3 aircraft. It's not quite as big as the Team 1, but you get more than 1.
I do not have high hopes for my plane. It does not have any firepower whatsoever.
I thought mine was okay, and then I fought the bus, and I suffered.
I honestly was thinking to myself, I probably should have went with my first design. This second one was mainly just for looks, and I thought I could do good, and I did get help, and it's not bad.
Is that
It's
the
just
relic?
not as good. Yeah, the relic actually is
relic's-
existing every time.
I tested a bit against the relic. The relic's nasty. Those railguns were exploding the Mark II Macross very easily if they got a hit on it. It will be against Amphreets.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, I need to pull up my scores sheet, don't I? So I know where
Oh,
everyone's
we
at.
never, earlier on in the stream, I was going to say, Mew doesn't like the interior of the aircraft. You should look at the interior of the Misery Machine. We never did get to do that.
Well, we can maybe take a look at that later as an extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's why your Hesh rounds were doing so little to it is because of how it's built. It is immune to Hessian heat, more or less.
That should still be at 1400. Just checking that's right. Yep, okay. We'll do 1,000. Resources, that is... Well, there's 3 crafts, so we'll set it to 75.
This should be interesting. I wonder what the Misery Machine's going to target first.
I wonder if I'm going to be able to... Oh,
Isn't it great?
I wonder if I'm going to be able to track what hits the target drone at the speed
You know
everyone's
what?
going to be
You
moving
might
at.
as well just control caps on the target and kind of use it as a point to
As a
like look
reference
around
point,
at
yeah.
other ships.
Zoom, so he's disappearing. Immediately. I don't know whether they'll target it. It isn't armed, but I probably should have stuck
I'm
some weapon
already
parts on
going
it.
after Muse Craft.
Yeah. There are shots coming its way. It's like having a camera craft. I should have painted the bottom,
Exactly.
though.
We've got our camera drone here.
Yeah. It has the same AI as the Mark IV, so it should still be trying to get stuck into the fight. So it shouldn't be running
It's
off
just so
entirely.
much faster and
yeah,
more
it's just
maneuverable.
very quick. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
either of
yeah,
these
well.
craft are the fastest in the tournament, so...
Why is it built like Liberty Prime? That's what I want to know.
Well, the E13 in a straight line goes like almost 190, but it
Yes,
never
it's-
will go in a straight line because it's turning all the
Yeah,
time.
it's this
Right.
tournament, so everyone's going in circles.
And then mine are super maneuverable turn fighters dressed up as a
As a brick.
hippie van.
It shouldn't go too low. I was going to say it should climb again, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this rate our planes are about to just explode before this thing even gets a hit, before this thing even takes damage.
Yeah,
No!
it's
The
possible.
Misery Machine took 0.1%.
Oh, they've fixed it.
And it's healed.
Oh, there's no team colour. That's why this thing looks weird. I was going to say.
Yeah.
I need to change that for the next round. It should be looking...
Team colors.
I would
You
say
know,
it's
looking
best. I
back
never
at the
gave it a proper
video-
camo scheme, but...
I think the reason it looked like the Mystery Machine was repairing so much was because you were taking out 4-meter oblique panels, and then each time one got repaired, it was like a decent chunk of health, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
is that why it was... Yeah, because I was thinking, like, he hasn't accidentally put, like, 5 repair bots in or something. Like, this is repairing very quick.
No,
but
no. It's only got 2. It's just that
I know there was some, like, confusion with the rules. So I'm like, hang on, is this my fault? Did I do this?
No, I went back and double checked. I think what it is like when you strip the top 4-meter applique panels off, every time it repairs one, it's like 0.3% of its whole health. So it looks like it repairs super fast, but it's just putting applique panels back on. You know, it's got an R2D2 out there putting little panels on, having a good time.
Yeah, I completely forgot to put repair drones on mine.
I think the
Same.
target drone might escape this
Just
round
accepted it.
unscathed. We might end up having a budget battle where I don't need to
Yeah,
worry about replacing it.
For
Maybe I've
whatever
overcooked
reason,
it.
my remote guided missiles are just hawking Muse Craft. They
This is, from the next missiles
I
are
think
weird
this
in
is
general.
the radar things I put on them.
I was hoping
So
with the
a
huge
large radar.
engines and output, this would be like a big red target to the...
I don't have it set to
Yeah,
target
but-
hot blocks.
Nah, I suppose that's fair. I didn't know what
Alright,
people were
quickly
going
go for the ram.
to... The target drone's going to get a kill. It's going to ram you.
Wait. Oh.
Wait.
You are being
no
chased.
way.
I think it is trying to do an attack run on that mystery machine. Oh dear.
Misery
Misery
Don't
machine
get
even yet.
Right here.
That's fine. They're not Nintendo or Bethesda or something. We'll be okay.
Or
It's
Disney.
Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, your high-speed demon's taking a point of DQ.
It
Oh,
did. It did. It's probably
It dropped too low, I think. It's so fast, it takes it a bit of time to turn.
I guess a laser would work here, but then again, you need
Oh.
the sizable volume to have a laser that's actually effective.
I
Yeah,
think the lasers were
and
banned too.
they were banned as well, so that didn't
Oh,
help.
they were banned.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I
saying.
wasn't aware
I
of
think
that.
Tanks' ship is going to have a real good time with this thing because it's got those super high velocity heavy head shells.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so
that was a
might
big explosion.
Oh,
might get the killer blow.
Yeah, it turns out when you're covering your plane in ammo, it tends to explode very easily.
Yes.
He's presented himself as a target to a few craft, but
where does the ammo end and where does the plane begin?
You know,
It doesn't.
exactly. You go with the
It is all
the
boom.
World War II early era tank solution for the United States, where does the gun begin and where does the tank end? If they're both the same thing.
something just exploded down
Would you
there.
rather have machine gun or tank? Yes.
I would rather have 12
Panzer II,
third-level
yes.
machine guns. Okay, so I guess now it's going to be the
Oh,
misery machine.
there's a
Yup,
hit.
we got it.
From that misery machine over there, you've hit the target
We
drone, it can be
have-
done.
We have one heat missile connecting. Can
There's
we
another
get
one?
more? Yes.
Okay, it can be hit.
All these fighters are dead. They all died.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think that is technically a win to Amphreys on that one, but
It's a very.
Wait a minute, did I immediately take out its ability to maneuver?
one clip hit, yeah, I think so. Oh! Chase it into the sea.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Well, I think we know who got that one. So,
was a very
Yeah,
poor
look at that. I
performance.
stripped all of the propulsion off of one of the pods. It was the right pod or the left pod when it was facing us only had one engine
only
left.
one engine. Okay. Yeah, that would do it. It's
Heat
very
missiles,
quick.
man.
It's not necessarily that durable. It didn't have
Are
to be.
yours laser guided?
No, they are remote. They're a mix of remote guided
Oh.
with prediction, and then they are also radar with signal processor, mix 50-50 between prediction and APN. So half of them have APN, half of them have prediction.
It will be
I
Kevin.
believe Headwood's design had laser guided. I was like, dang, that's going to be deadly. So I put a bunch of smoke deployers on it, and he didn't
That's
finish
on
it.
mine too, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I have
it's
smoke, chaff.
Oh, it's me versus Kevin.
Ooh,
Okay.
it should be interesting. Oh god, Kevin's craft.
I think
I feel like if it gets close to this target, it's just going to erase it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have beaten Kevin's in testing, but which I did after the tournament started. I didn't want to cheat, but like
No.
in
that's
1v1 I can beat the Star Spear, but I don't know what's going to happen here, and I don't know what's going to happen in formation because my
Yeah,
formation
exactly.
battle was dodgy as well. So it's like, we might
He
get.
described his ship, his plane fighting mine in a very simple terms of, it would have hurt less if I got hit by a truck. And it genuinely would have.
It was a lot of small missiles.
Yeah, and the guns, like, just max fire rate 18 millimeters. Just, I didn't even think to that. Like, my logic was, I need to get lots
Ooh.
of damage off quickly, so
Gun
bigger
cross.
caliber.
They are fighting each
Not
other again.
Small cal.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at all these missiles.
Oh, there's some gunfire at the target drone from one of mine, I think there.
It's like, he definitely hit the aesthetic of missile spam.
Yes.
That might be a Macross taking an unfortunate hit there from those guns.
Yeah.
There's damage happening on both sides. There's gunfire from Star Spear at the target. A few more people are targeting the target drone this time.
They changed the Iron Maiden.
I think what it probably was my I think we had a ammo stowage go up somewhere. Looks like
Yeah.
it was on.
I think it was that one that got gunned, I think, yeah. They're struggling a bit more against them in formation, I think, because they can get more with the guns on them. In 1v1, they get stuck in a turn fight and I win that, but
Right.
with groups
Yeah,
it
that
looks like
makes
that's
sense.
not the case.
Oh wow.
There's damage happening, yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird thing with missiles is they scale really hard with numbers, because it just becomes harder and harder to destroy them all or distract them all, just like mathematically. That's why I was thinking that the team fight was really unfairly biased towards the Misery Machine, is it has multiple big thump missiles with a lot of health, and it just means that you're going to totally overwhelm any individual ship's capacity to deal with them, right?
Star Spears are taking hits. I can see their health is ticking down at the moment.
Yeah, one's at 87. I mean, at 87, I think the Star Spears are usually basically functionally disabled. So I think that one's basically out of the fight.
So a little bit more vulnerable to damage.
Functionally
But
disabled.
oh, there's a Macross taking damage as well. I'm guessing that was gunfire because it was ticking down. So the only slight thing with this, the target drone is the one we have to keep an eye on so we know what got the kill, but I should have said, like, coloured tracers. I should have set, like, everyone has to have, like, a certain tracer colour so I could track who was shooting who, but that's one to keep in mind for next fight. We're going under the fight. Oh, a Macross
just
exploded.
in time for a big volley of missiles. Oh, there went him across.
Yeah, there's a Star Spear
And
being
another
gun
Star
there.
Spear way down.
Yeah, that one got gun run by 2 of them, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got nasty. I think he said they were heat, which is horrifying on craft this small. Oh yeah, down to 66%. So that one is.
Mine are flying very close. I have a horrible feeling we get a collision any minute.
They do like to give flyby hugs.
Come on, distract him, target drone. I'm not biased at all. Distract him and give me time. Oh dear.
It did. It did take a couple little frags there. Oh, there's another huge chunk gone from a Star Spear. We dropped from 87 to 77. It looks like you're slowly gaining against them.
Yeah. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You jinxed it. You literally jinxed it. One died. Well, the other one is untouched, so we'll see how this goes. Against
The darn
3
golden BBs,
quite damaged ones. Oh, he had a good gunning run.
That was great.
Yeah, that's my fire, because I know Kevin's a white. Oh no, it took a big hit. I think I might be going to lose this one. It looks like mine's going for the target drone now. Mine's got the objective on the mind. He might be okay with that.
Is that a Star Spear going up?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh,
Lost 5%
drone.
on the highest health one, so maybe an ammo stowage.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's going down.
Uh-oh.
Losing a lot of health. Yeah, there it goes. Now Star Spear's targeting the drone. Yeah. Oh, mind you, it just repaired a health. It's not out yet. But I think the target drone... Yeah, no, there it goes. Yeah. Well, I tried.
Damn.
Can the Star... Out of curiosity, can the Star Spears reliably hit this thing? The answer is... Kinda, depending on the angle they come at it from.
Yeah, you kind of flew into those missiles with this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. That is the targeting drone out, given it is diving.
Wait, no, maybe.
Everything else is out anyway, so that's still the win. It's a win for Kevin. And
This is interesting. It may have needed a bigger radar. Oh, you know what might have worked? You could have put a whole bunch of chaff on this thing so that it had a huge radar signature.
Oh, it was like deliberately drawing missiles at itself.
Exactly.
Oh.
Not a bad idea, yeah. Oh, well, that'll be another one for next time if anyone does a similar battle. Keep that one in mind here. It's going to be Clash.
I did that. I have my chaff emitter right next to my missile interceptor pod. And when missiles get within like 600 meters, it turns on to max burn, so it increases the chances of everything hitting it and then or targeting that spot.
Gonna be
So
Clash
does the
versus
chaff work as
Mecha.
redirecting it towards that part of the craft, or just like how actual chaff works and putting it somewhere else that's not the craft?
Both.
Ah,
So it
okay.
increases the missile's detection error radius, so it gives you a bigger radar signature, but it also makes it less accurate, which sometimes means it hits you more often and sometimes means it hits you less often.
So,
It's really weird, but you can watch its impact on missile guidance if you have the...
oh, this time
Oh, yeah, immediate hits.
one
there.
of Mecha's craft went straight for it. Interesting. So the Hellion seems to have picked this one up as a bit of a target. I'm pretty sure that is
Either
the
that or
Hellion's
it flew in
guns.
front of the missiles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that Hellion, isn't it? I need to keep an eye on who's targeting it, just in
Yeah,
case.
look at that. It is kind of doing a strafe on it.
Yeah, they've actually picked it up as a target. Clash, you're going to have to hurry, but they're not targeting you, so you might have an opportunity to do some damage here. I say as I'm watching them take quite a lot more damage, but I will be hopeful. Yeah, the Hellions are definitely targeting this thing more than they are Vulture's T's. Or Clash's Vultures, even. I wonder what the T stands for.
I don't know. Looks like...
They're, again, flying in formation. I don't know why their AI does that. They fly like really tight formation, these three.
I wonder if they're just set to fleet move by default, so they immediately fall in instead of being set to like normal move, or like auto. They're just always in fleet. I don't know.
Alright, not a thing I've heard of, but I could buy it. Oh, he's going for that one. I was wondering where this guy was going.
Ooh.
He flew himself right in front of you there. You had
It
a
looks
good try.
like
Him,
the radar missiles had a different target in mind, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a.
Does this
I
feel
think
like Homeworld for anyone?
Like what?
Homeworld.
Oh, Homeworld.
Watching these battles?
Yeah, no, I can kind of see it. This thing looks a little bit like a one of the. Oh, I can't think of it. It looks like a it's a Shiv or Shiryu from the complex mod. It kind of looks a little bit like.
We got a couple other hits there from Mecha.
Yeah, taking shots from above. To be fair, a Homeworld tournament would also be pretty rad. I do love that. Like, Homeworld 2 was my favourite game for years. Like,
Yeah, ask what Homeworld is.
it's an old strategy game. They're doing a third one some point this year, actually, but the first one was the first to do, like, 3D space strategy. Like, you can actually move up and down as well. Got a really good storyline. The second one, the story is a bit weaker, but a lot of the UI and usability and stuff has improved a lot. Although the difficulty curve is all over the shop.
Yeah,
Because
but
it targets
it's an older
certain
game.
They did they tried to do adaptive difficulty and it doesn't work perfectly. I think one of the later missions, I think it was 5 Vagar battlecruisers and their dreadnought sent against me.
Ooh.
You have a cap of 2 battlecruisers, and if you lose your dreadnought, you lose the campaign. So it was like, and like you can take them on with other stuff, but you need like very powerful ships to take on battlecruisers. They're strong. Like you either need to like ambush them with
Or a crap load of
armed
bombers.
frigates or bombers. Yeah, but they're also spawning a lot of fighters as well, so that made that more complicated.
I would say this is the first round where yours seemed to present itself as the larger radar signature. So something about Vulture's ships, they have a small enough radar signature
Yeah,
that
they're not-
Mecha is consistently hitting yours when it passes in.
Yeah, I mean the Vulture Ts. I was surprised they were at the volume limit because they didn't look very big.
They are very compact.
They look like they're the most compact thing in the tournament, I think, apart from maybe the Phantom, which is probably equal. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's like there's supposedly the same amount of stuff, but they
Yeah, but it's from the depths, same amount of stuff.
yeah. Yeah, it's like on the one
I've
hand we
always-
have that giant wooden box from the previous tournament, or on the other hand we have brick.
Oh god, yeah, the big Hollywood battleship, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when
Yeah,
you
the
said giant
ship
box, I
monster.
thought it was the crawler, the maximum price tag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that thing.
Hey, that
Truly
was
awful.
that was an actual box, so it had, I
That's
think,
the
pretty
first time
powerful
I've
guns
seen-
that never got a chance to get on target before it got shot
Mhm.
out, basically.
No, because every time I tested it, this is where I messed up. I spawned it on the floor. Didn't even think that it'd be spawned on the ocean top because I labeled it as a
Mhm.
tank. And I thought like, oh,
Oh,
it's labeled as a tank.
You
it'll
thought the
spawn
AI
on
will
the
spawn it on
ground.
the ground, and it didn't.
No, it just didn't.
I'd-
If it would, I think it would have done good. 'cause
I wasn't even doing the
Sable
proper
guns.
custom battle thing, I don't think, at that point, but
No, I think you were in designer, yeah.
I will give them some credit. Those two have, I was about to say, avoided crashing into each other. I think they just did, but yeah, one of them just died. That might have been a collision. Or is it that?
That's the problem with fleet maneuvers. Anytime you have things in fleet mode, it's a matter of when they're going to hit each other, not if.
Yeah.
I mean, we made it 3 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is the longest running one. We've lost the Vulture. The target road is still being gunned at by the Mecha's Hellions. They're not necessarily hitting it, but they're shooting at it.
I mean, you know, they've hit it a couple times.
Yeah, there's a bit of chip damage, certainly. We'll buff that out.
Got a couple pinholes.
Yeah, we can buff that out. It's got a lot of redundancy.
It does.
10 million edges.
But you've
I could
got
probably
so much-
convert this thing to something usable if I actually put some weapons on it, honestly, but
Oh, more than likely. The only real issue is it's got so much off-center thrust that it's really
if it loses
vulnerable.
an engine, it's in
Yeah.
trouble.
Exactly.
But it was literally a case of, I will throw this together in half an hour so I actually have a target, because I've realised I've not gotten around to doing it. Because
I
of
could've
the...
given you a misery machine. It would have been the perfect target.
I say, because I've had
Strip the guns
the...
out of it.
I've been working on Sel Quinta's thing, because that's so close to release now. It's been like... And also, like, I've had stuff on like every day this week, like, after work. It's just been all over the shop recently. Like that's nearly done now. Sel Quinta's like nearly done at this point. I think the store page is like set up at this point. It's awaiting review. I think the last main thing to do is like the trailer, which I've been planning today, and also the... What do you call the flipping thing? The there's like a weird... So like you have to give it a... Basically, you have to give it like a line of code that basically says like, hey, this is the file I want Steam should try and launch when you start it up. Like you have to tell it what it's looking for. And it works, because I can test it on my end, and I can start the game, and it works fine. But Steam also seems to think that it doesn't have the folder it's looking for, despite the fact that it actually works in practice, so I might have to get on Steam support and be like, am I missing
I
something?
wonder if it's a file structure thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have an underscore in the name, so whether it's because I've screwed that up and it's meant to have an underscore, or it's got a space instead, it doesn't like that.
points on the Hellions.
Oh yes, they're going too high, I guess.
That could be, yeah. That's
I will
pretty
be right.
exciting, though, man. That's awesome.
Cool.
If it is file structure stuff, it's always just so niche and obnoxious. Oh, we got 6 all of a sudden
Yeah.
on one of the vultures too.
But yeah, the other one is the... What's the other things we did today? Oh, Sel Quinta, that should be going free to play. That should be all set up now. That should be noon on Friday, GMT. That should just go free to play, and you'll just be able to pick that up if you want. I'll do a post about that one, obviously. That'll get a YouTube post, honestly. Be like, hey, you can get it out. Oop.
When did the target get 15 DQ points?
I think it was dropping under the minimum altitude. If the target gets disqualified, I don't know. I did not expect this. We might have to just leave it to a straight fight at that point.
I think we just let's cringe.
Yeah, but
Oh.
he's on his phone, so I'm sure he'll pop back
Yeah,
in.
he's
when
been
he
a bit
can.
on and off. There's missiles coming towards it. Something is trying to missile it.
I guess it's probably still mechas.
Yeah.
Because they're still strafing it too.
Yeah, they're still gunning it when they can. The Vulture T's are getting worn down, but the Hellions have taken some damage too.
I wish I would have thought.
I
of that
cannot get a
before.
read on Vulture's craft. I genuinely don't know how good it is.
There he
Look at
is.
that.
Hello. Like, it seems to be alright. It doesn't seem to be stellar at anything, but it never does badly enough that it doesn't, like, do some damage, like, and last quite a long time. Maybe the small profile's helping there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think the drone is actually repairing itself because it's not getting focused on as much at the moment.
Yeah, it had been down closer to 96% earlier.
There's one Vulture out,
I
one...
sound alright? I had to switch to my laptop now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Actually, sound better.
Okay, good. I was using some AirPods a second ago for my phone, so...
Oh, just realised I should probably check my recording thing and check it's all still recording. Go quickly, also good. Yep. This might end up as one very long episode, but I should be able to record tomorrow as well. So I want to record some of the campaign. Like, it's nice recording the other stuff, but Sonic's done. Robot Wars had some episodes recently, so it'll be back from the depths tomorrow, I think.
Cool.
I need to watch that last Sonic video.
Oh
I
yes.
need to know how it ends.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one. We picked, if you remember the bet that me and Charlotte made, that she won in the end. We have picked Undertale as the next game, if you didn't see the other post, so...
I did see that, yeah.
We've played it, but not recently, so it'll be interesting to come back
That's a
and
pretty solid playthrough.
It does
It's a good little game.
change stuff, because you have the fun value. So, while a lot of the major stuff is the same, a lot of the minor stuff does change between runs, so it'll be interesting to see what we get. I want to see if we get the Gaster Easter egg. I don't think we will, but it'd be very cool.
By any chance, do you like Pokemon games? I might have mentioned this before, but
Yes, I started with... What was the first one I played? I borrowed a copy of Ruby off a friend, and the first one I owned was Emerald, and it's still probably my favourite, honestly.
Yeah, 3rd gen is.
I know a lot
it's
of
just
people
got really good theming.
like Diamond and Pearl, but I'm a little bit earlier on my Diamond and Pearl copies. No, what did I have? I had a copy of Diamond, and I got a copy of Platinum, and as I found out in my later years, both of them were probably bootlegs, because they had like a genuine like 10-minute save time. I timed this once, and the Underground and Platinum would just crash like consistently, and I hated that because I really wanted to get some fossil Pokemon and do some stuff down there, but
Wild.
it was just
well,
like,
I was going to recommend the fan game Pokemon Infinite Fusion. That's just free download from
Yes.
Discord. I played through that.
yeah.
I played a
people like
little
that.
bit of it. I think I've got it somewhere, or at least I had it. Yeah, that wouldn't be a
See,
bad one to do either. I do like it. I played a little bit.
I pride myself in playing it before it got really popular, and then
Nah.
it did. I was like, wow, look at that.
I'm an early adopter. Yeah, no, I do like Pokemon. That could be one to do at some point.
Everywhere.
Cue the people doing very well at the moment by doing what's the 3 that they always like fuse with stuff? Vaporeon, Lopunny, and Gardevoir.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh boy, I wonder why these are here. I want to see what Steelix and Rayquaza look like. I feel like that would be a good combo.
That'd be fun.
Hold up, I can check real quickly.
Or like-
They have a fusion generator online.
Or like Porygon
I haven't really
and
done any
Torchic.
of the,
I feel like
the
that'd be
fusion ones. When I was, God, this is like 10, 14, something like that years back when I was going to college. Actually, it's more than that. It's like 16. I used to do
cute. Didn't hit, but it was a good attempt.
what's it called? Showdown has like a competitive scene for.
Oh, Pokemon Showdown, yeah.
Yeah. I used to do a fair bit of that. I got decently highly ranked and all that, and that was pretty fun. I haven't done much.
Oh,
with
another
it
Vulture
since
died.
then.
I didn't even see it.
I think it got DQ'd.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, that was the one with DQ points. Yeah, maybe it dropped too high or low.
I think it's trying to go from underneath the target drone.
Oh,
Maybe, 'cause
and now
whenever
the
it
other one
goes-
just got smacked hard.
Ooh. It might be because it's getting focused on now.
Is there a time cap at 10?
There was a 10-minute time cap, yes. Oh, no, Vulture's just
Well,
died.
We are not going to hit it.
Yeah, oh, I thought we were gonna.
Ah, there it goes.
Yeah, I think I said it to 10 minutes anyway.
I put the Steelix Rayquaza fusion in the chat if you wanted to look at it.
Yeah, let's have a look quickly. Let's do what I was doing multiple times in the Sonic playthrough and go off topic. Damn, it does look good. I do like that. And you
There's
guys are
some
gonna
cool
have
stuff.
you guys watching this on YouTube. You're gonna have to join Discord if you want to see it. Wait, why am I spinning the wheel? There's only 2 left. What am I doing?
Let's go, Phantom!
Yeah, it'll have to be.
Please don't explode.
You are the one that just rolled, actually. So it is Phantoms versus... What is it, Phantoms versus? Tanks, Eclipse. Phantom versus Eclipse.
I'm starting to think the KTV name might be cursed.
Oh dear.
I think the big question here is the Eclipse going to target the target, or is it just going to try to melt the
Phantom.
phantoms?
We shall see.
Melt is a good word.
I was considering
Honestly-
using the target drone from the previous tournament, and then I remembered how much armor on it had on it, and I thought, I actually don't know if they're going to be able to hurt that with the amount of armor and
The
self-repair it
Eclipse
had.
would've been able to.
It's got a lot of self-repair as well, though, so I'm like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
There's
can't
a
tell them
problem.
apart from this range. They look very similar.
the
Yeah, it looks
Phantoms
like
have
one
got
of the,
thinner
the
engine trails.
Eclipses are going for it.
Yeah, the Phantoms have got the thinner engine trails. The Eclipse has got the big wide one. But yes, no, it's a little trickier because they're both white. Or they would be. I don't know if they are in this color scheme, but
It's a bit gray.
the Eclipses also tend to stay in a bit of formation.
A bit
should-
even.
Actually,
Completely
oh, yeah.
coincidental that they just have a similar objective with those custom AIs I helped Tank set up.
Ah. Oh well, something
Looks
is firing
like
at this. That looks
the
like it's
Phantoms.
trying to
Sorry.
look at
There
who's
is a lot of
shooting it.
excess on the Phantom, but a lot of it, if it does penetrate through, it will do some damage if it hits the right spot, because they're kind of bundled, not really spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in terms of sheer strength, the Relic might have been stronger, but the Phantom is definitely better looking.
Yeah, it was way cooler, so I went in ahead with it. I was just like, you know what? I'm not putting out another ugly box. I'm doing the Phantom.
Okay.
There is something to
Misery
be said
Machine
for
is
style.
beautiful.
There is something to be said for style, so... I'd say the Eclipse has got this one at the moment, though, unless something big changes quickly.
Oh,
get a
you
call.
just left.
It's interesting I'm not getting Discord pings. Oh, it's because I've got OBS open. I'm not... That's why I didn't hear some of you guys drop in or out. It's because OBS has put it... well, Discord's put itself in streamer mode automatically.
Exactly.
I was wondering about that.
I've tried to stream or just like record myself on my laptop a couple times. I learned not to. I was getting 2 frames a second.
Oh, yeah. It does
this-
a little bit of extra strain on things. You need a little bit more RAM and a little bit faster CPU.
Yeah, but I built this
Plus,
computer
some of that
for
stuff
like
to be recorded.
for sort of work and gaming, and it's got... What have we got? I think we've got like 6 cores and 16 gig RAM. So it's actually it's not the fastest at anything, but it's a very good multitasker. So it is actually very good for stuff like recording.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it copes quite nicely with a lot of stuff. Unless you've got too many Google Chrome tabs open, and then it just crawls to a halt.
Well, I think
Chrome be
anything
like that.
with too many Chrome apps.
Yeah,
exactly. Chrome just doesn't like to be open.
It goes RAM.
Exactly.
Phantoms is just getting melted. It went from like 96 to 90.
Yeah, I mean they're not that big, so that
watching-
isn't necessarily that much actual damage. But yeah.
I'm watching the Eclipse, and they seem to be very confused. They're trying to like simultaneously run away from the Phantoms and get a lock on the target, and then they like turn back around towards the Phantom. The one's DQing right now.
It's kind of a shame we can't get a... It doesn't give you like a kill report, because if it did, I would be focusing on the main battle. But like, if
Yeah.
we could tell who killed the target, but we have to keep an eye on it in case something does shoot it, and then be like, right, who got it? Yeah, it looks like an Eclipse is about to go. Did he get 30 DQ points, right?
This will be my first kill. Woo!
I think
Oh,
it
it's
went
ticking up.
too far.
Oh, keep going. Sorry, tanks, but I'm kind of biased here.
Yeah, one's out.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Look at that, first blood for the Phantom.
First blood for anything in my BWI tournament.
Hey, that counts. You got one. It's not a total whitewash. I've only got one as well, so I think the only thing I've killed was the vulture. So
Are you up to date with the Damas and Freedies tournament?
I am a little out of date. I know they posted some more today. I meant to watch it and then forgot about it, but was it yesterday? Very recently, anyway. I know there was another big batch of them dropped. I need to watch that. I think
Yeah,
I
it
might
was
have
last
checked my
night.
phone this morning, seen they were there, went, I'll check that later, and then forgot about it. As is
Okay, so no
tradition.
spoilers.
Okay,
No
yeah.
spoilers. Yeah, that's.
Have I had another round? I know I came back in on the vote, but I don't know.
You did
Did
come
have
back in on the boat. Yep.
Has that fight happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we streamed them all yesterday, and then I cut them all up and edited them and uploaded them last night while I was tutoring.
Gotcha.
And I have found my theme song for my ship.
Nice.
It might be copyrighted though. I'm not sure.
This is
Plan for the fight.
interesting. Everything's really struggling to get any kind
Yeah,
of
no one's
meaningful
getting any
targeting
purchase.
going on here.
The eclipses
The Phantom
were doing a
actually-
lot, and they seem to have stopped
Yeah,
to temporarily shoot
Phantom
at the
actually
target drone.
flies like a Phantom. Like this, it's big, it's heavy, it's not super maneuverable and turning. And
think
I've
they
noticed that
were-
it kind of like drifts.
They were pretty alright at the time, if I remember correctly. Although I don't know entirely, because I think our equivalent at the time
Yeah.
would have been stuff like the Lightning, so... Actually, no, that
Well,
would have been
they
later,
were-
wouldn't it? That'd be earlier than that. Mm.
Yeah, they were in Vietnam. They had an issue at first where they didn't have a gun, but once they did that, that wasn't the main problem though. There was some other stuff. But
That was
they
an
just got
attack.
replaced by lighter aircraft.
I
I
saw-
just watched the Eclipse do. Oh, wow, that was close.
I saw one do a
just
gun run
watched the Eclipse do a couple gun runs. So they're still functional. They're just
Not getting hits
they
suddenly.
seem really confused. I think this might be one of those things where building a really specialized AI setup with ACBs and stuff, you throw a wrench at it like this, and it just kind of doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'd say the Phantoms are still taking damage. There's a bit just happened
Me
there.
missing the repair bots is really hurting him at this point because I could be healing and instead I'm just.
Oh,
living
you're
with
not.
it.
Yeah, a few people didn't have any, did you?
I don't think tanks
No,
does.
thought they were banned.
Oh, yeah, no, it was. I think it said somewhere you could have 2, but
It did.
Oh, were particle cannons banned as well?
yes. Yeah, weapon limitations were up to 2 forward locked 50mm cannons and as many missiles as you wanted. And that was your lot for weapons. Defenses was decoys and ring shields, and that was it.
Yeah, no proper shields and like no metal or heavy armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Materials. It was, what was it? Alloy, ERA, glass, and a plate. I think was it.
Well, then again, I think at these speeds that they are fighting right now, the planar shields wouldn't be effective at all.
I don't think they do anything against missiles. I suppose the guns. Yeah. Yeah. Do they get worse when you're going faster now? Was that a thing they did a little while back?
They get worse as far as I know, and unless things have changed once again.
Who knows? It's a quick. Well,
I'm
it can
not
be a quick evolving
100%
game.
certain. I'm not sure.
Do we have any more news on Plasma? I know, like, ironically, I did the review and I was saying there hadn't been
I did
anything,
see
and then they
that.
said Plasma's back, and it was like, oh, dang. But
Yeah,
has there been anything
I
since?
think it was officially confirmed as being in the works.
Okay, so it's
yeah, I
it's
saw
around
that.
somewhere,
a
but
while back, and then now it was like, no,
that
we're gonna
Eclipse is
have
targeting
plasma.
the drone now. Oh, he was. He's changed again, but that Eclipse put a few rounds into the targeting drone and said, "Nah, I'm going to keep chasing that Phantom."
It consistently does a couple of % with a few shots, and then just
And then the
AI
target drone
is
just
like,
repairs
nope.
while it's doing that.
Exactly.
Memorize.
It's still only got 2 repair bots in it, I think. I don't think it's really any shenanigans. It's just because it's not being shot.
It's just a couple small blocks get knocked off by the heavy head shell, and then they just get repaired right back. Yeah.
Oh, it uses a heavy head.
Yeah, so the Eclipse uses heavy head shells that are going fast enough and are at the perfect gauge to do 43 armor penetration metrics. So they do full damage to stacked alloy. I basically sat with tanks for a while and was trying different shells. He originally had Sabo heads with a whole bunch of solid bodies, and it was keeping his reload time like really high because the more actual components you stick on the on your APS versus gunpowder, the higher reload time you have. So each round takes longer to reload. And I was just fooling around with it, and I just set it basically all to gunpowder and a heavy head, and I was like, oh my god, it's 35 armor? What happens if I put 2 Sabos on this? And it was up at like 43 armor piercing, and I was like, you
Phantom's
can't
about
actually
to
get higher
qualify.
DPS than this shell. This is the highest DPS shell you can do. Congrats.
Yeah.
We've
Phantom's
solved
about
it.
to be disqualified, I think, in a
Yep.
second.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't too
One's
low,
counting
you can
down.
see it down there.
Yeah.
Oh, that one down there near the water, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because of course, the scary part about ions is you drop too low, and you lose a load of power, and if you're already low enough to drop that far, you're probably in trouble.
It is
In
weird
this
the way they went
extended
about
fight, I
ions.
think they're running out of materials at this point. Well, at least low. Because I know
Yeah,
they only
you're-
have like 5k or something.
Sorry,
Well,
which one's
we're
mine?
salvaging material from somewhere.
Dead planes, both
Because
sides have
I'm
lost one
watching
now.
it go back up to 4K over and over again.
Not sure.
You just said something's mine. What's mine?
Who's what?
You said something is ions. What's mine?
Oh, ION.
The thrusters.
The thrusters,
That's funny.
ion engines.
Oh, I thought I owned something. Oh,
Oh,
well.
dear.
You know what? You can have a piece of the Phantom. I'll send you like its tail or whatever that's left in the water.
Hey, you know, we
Hey!
had one disqualify, so you might get a mostly intact one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shall plunder it for all its delicious technology. Oh, yes.
All its delicious
yeah.
60s era
Actual thrust
Jesus
potential.
Christ.
jet tech. Target drone, you're drifting a bit low there, mate.
Get this.
It's
This
just
plane
having a
made
good
in
time.
1960.
Just wanted to go down here and do donuts for a
Yeah,
minute.
he did apparently, yeah. I don't know what's brought this on, it's at full health.
From the depths
You know-
AI.
Yeah, Suckles.
Wait,
oh, there
I
he
think
goes,
I
he's
know-
woken up.
Yeah,
I think I
is
know where
and
the
always will
Phantom's
be a
getting their
mystery.
materials from.
Exactly. I
The
wonder if it
Phantom?
was having difficulty actually seeing a target, so it was just going around in circles.
Actually,
as
it
if
doesn't
was
have any
idling.
detection gear anymore, so I don't know what it's... I stripped all that out, unless it has a wireless
How is it
snoop, but I
doing
can't
target
remember on
runs
that.
without detection gear? Wouldn't it want to just idle in circles somewhere?
I didn't set that, and I wanted it to be maneuvering, so it's just on the same AI as the normal one.
Does it have a wireless
3D.
snooper still?
It might do. I didn't take that out, and I think it had one, so it might be using that, and then just getting a rough idea of where everybody is.
Okay, that checks out.
What's the default detection settings of the world you're playing in?
I think they require
Should be
detection. I don't
stock
detection
neither,
on
so
them.
it should be detection.
So 0.1 then. So they
Yeah.
should see each other without any detection system.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right.
Yes, it can...
It does. It's not pure 0. It's 0.1. I always forget about that. That's a
Yeah,
good
they have like a
correction.
tiny idea where they're looking. It's just very random.
Yeah, if it were pure 0, then it wouldn't know what was going on, and it would just do donuts.
Oh, the heck happened to the camera
Okay,
there?
I think I confirmed where the Phantoms are getting materials from. I think it's genuinely from the corpses of the other Phantom.
Either
It's like
that,
little pieces pop off.
Hey,
well,
it's
sometimes
recycling.
when you get shot, you salvage materials from it instantly.
Yeah.
Free-
Oh, is that what the M is? It's not meters, that's materials left, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so they're running down, but the time limit's about to end.
Yep. We got. Now it's over.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm lower
Okay.
HP, so...
Yeah. Victory to tanks, but no definitive winner there in that last round.
That was. I mean, I was trying to keep the best eye I could on tanks, and they were real confused the whole time. They were. That was really interesting to watch.
So, although I can't show it because of the way I've got the stream set up, actually I could show the people at home this at least. Amphire's in the lead alongside tanks with 3 each. Kevin
Oh, no.
is in second on 2. Me, Mew, and Mecha are tied in third with 1. And Cringe and Clash are at the bottom, still yet to score.
As
Have
a
I gone against
secret,
Clash yet?
I don't know. I could always say that
yeah.
for one of the rounds you guys get to pick potentially. that could be a thing. I could always do that for next time maybe.
I volunteer Emphrides to fight Kevin. That is my final word.
Chuck it in the chat and I'll
I
come back to that
think-
for next time.
I think the Misery Machine might be able to take Kevin's. The one thing I'm worried about in this tournament, because I helped so much with designing it, is Tanks' design. It's like a 60-40. Those heavy heads shred me, even with the extra armor that I have.
Load something in to idle around in the background. I sort of wrap up. Why not? I haven't seen this thing for a while.
Pocket Battleship.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this old thing. The old thing that when I had to go up against like Nelson or something and suffered.
Oh yeah, that thing. Honestly, when you were making it, I was very confused on why you made it that tall.
Oh, the mast or the...
No,
Oh, the hull.
actual ship itself and like how
I
it's
don't know whether
shaped.
I like looked at some. I did. I think I based most of these off a real one. So I don't know if I maybe just looked at a ship, got the measurements slightly wrong, and that's why it's so big.
In fairness, having a keel that tall is really good for stability. The farther you put the, you've got a tremendous amount of metal under the waterline, which is going to drag your center of buoyancy and mass down, which is, especially in from the depths, perfect.
Yes.
It is
Okay, so
exactly
that's-
what you want.
That's round 3 of the tournament. Next round. So this is what where I might need you guys' help anyway. I might do another open mic. It's been fun, honestly. Which will be next week. What I wanted to do with this one, well, actually load the macros back up again because I'm going to need it for an example. Was tournament Itano 4. I don't know if I could do this for the custom battles. I assume there'd be a way to do it. Was to set the drag down to actually change the physics to get the crafts moving as
You can
fast as I
change the
could.
world. Yeah. You wanted to do like a proper space factor one. Boy, that's going to be some crazy drifting, man. But yeah, you could do that.
So how
Oh,
fast
no.
does it go on point 1? Exactly the same?
I don't think that's going to have a... Basically, what it's going to do is in straightaways, you'll have a higher top speed, from my understanding. In straightaways, you'll have a higher top speed,
Oh, hang on.
and
Wait a minute.
Oh, you don't want to set that up.
Oh, what's it gonna do? Nothing.
All it really does is give
Is it
you
because I haven't?
more,
Is it because I haven't enabled it? Is that why it's not doing anything different? Hang on, reset.
So you need to
Yes, I
override
had to
default
override it.
as the toggle.
Okay, so let's try the drag again. Okay, yeah, so it's sort of.
Has increased in some speed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
you're up to 200. I mean, that's actually a pretty good chunk. You're going as fast as the one with the 2 extra thruster pods on it.
yeah. Hang on. This
And you
means
can
we have to
also
check.
see it has difficulty turning. you know?
Yes. Yeah, this is why this is a theoretical round until I actually do a bit of checking. Oh yeah,
Yeah, there we go. 280.
300.
3. There it is.
300.
and it's outrunning missiles. It is
And it's going to
untouchable
keep
and
going.
can barely steer.
I've never been able to make anything go over 220, I believe. I got one of my fighter jets to go 220, but it got heavy.
Let
So
us
the big thing you're going to
enable
see
curse.
with this is things are going to go slightly faster when they're not turning. Oh, Lord.
Let's try it on 1 to start with. Yum. So that is just on 1.
So this is mostly going to impact their acceleration functionally until you set it to 10.
Zoom. Oh my god.
Can we get a whole video of you doing the sound effects?
I'll just cut some actual Macross footage in the background.
Who was it? Fly Daily for War Thunder had like a War
Yeah.
Thunder sound effect package. Okay, so we're over 1,000 meters a second.
Look at it go!
1,200.
That does look like
Crazy.
something out of the anime.
At this
The problem-
setting, even ion engines can probably work in atmosphere.
Yes. Well, they already work pretty well in atmosphere.
It's like
Out of sound
there's a height
is being
limit!
pushed back in.
I didn't know there was a height limit!
Yes.
Oh, and it's in the water.
Well,
Oh no, he isn't.
Yeah, he got
They're
iron.
turning around.
a height limit, I never knew about that either.
Yeah, I might
Yep.
potentially have to do a bit of tweaking to find a good settings for this, but this is the sort of... Again, not quite that,
The
but...
problem with this is your missiles are. I don't think the propulsion
Will it
bonus
actually
applies
work?
to missiles, so they're still only going to be moving at normal speed.
Oh, missile thrust factor.
That you would
okay.
also have to. Oh, but you can only double it. So
So
that means propulsion force factor
It
you
has
want
to
at
be
1.2.
1.2, yeah. Oh.
Which
The
granted,
sound
you're still
effects
gonna
didn't
be
know how to
pushing,
deal with
like,
that.
400, I think, with this thing.
Yeah, if it works at all, this is one again where I might have to do a test run beforehand and see if it actually works. But if it does work, this is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to try a super high speed duel,
Oh, this could be fun. Yeah.
something that
I
no one
think
would have had
it's
time to
going to
prepare
make,
for. Because why would I have done this?
I think Tanks is going to be a lot weaker in this with this format. I think he's going to have a
Yeah.
lot of trouble finding people's tail.
Leveling out at 330, 40, 50,
Oh, we're in a straightaway now. It's just going to keep going up.
70.
All right, that's
Cat's
the
at
cap.
370.
370. I mean, that's functionally like 80%
I
faster.
don't know whether I ought to say, like, hey, you guys can rebalance a bit for this round. Because it's going to be so
it'd
different.
fun
Or
to
just...
just let him go, right?
Yeah, it's probably good to just let them go and see what they do.
You know what would be interesting? Instead of a single person thing, why not have 2 random teams go at each other
Of, like,
in these
4
conditions?
different players kind of thing. Like,
Yeah. Split the entries up 50-50, and then it's like a team point. So everyone would get 1 or everyone would get nothing, depending on if their team won, and do like a 2
Yeah.
out of 3 with crazy settings.
oh, like change the teams each time kind of thing.
I'd
Like,
like to apologize to my teammates
Oh,
because
chill.
do
I
not.
That's
would gladly have both you
Look
and
at that.
Tanks on my
Yes.
team.
Aha.
nice. Okay, yeah, I think we could go with that. That sounds fun. So I'll call the recording there.